Hey everybody, I'm Jesse, and welcome to another edition of Gen X Things Live, the evening edition, Thursday evening. And today I'll start off by talking about a movie I recently watched, Tron Ares. I don't know how many of y'all have seen it, but it was pretty good. It was a pretty good damn movie. But the thing that got me about it, the thing that kind of struck me, made me wonder about it, was the fact that AI was the protagonist. The main good guy was AI, was an AI program. So that seemed a little suspect to me in this day and age. Where AI is um, I don't want to say taken over or whatever, but where people are or companies are um, pushing this AI shit down everybody's throat. Uh, and and I just have a lot of questions about AI. You know what I mean? But I'm not one of the people that believe that AI is necessarily uh, going to get consciousness, become conscious all of a sudden, right? Um, I just don't believe that's going to happen. But that we do, there is something to be concerned about there. Okay, I don't think AI is going to be the beneficial, you know, protagonist for humanity like a portray in Tron Ares. Arnis, Greasebag, Dolby, what's up, fellas? Oliver, Bucky, Buck D, you know, Dog Karma, what's up? Keith Peterson, Jeff Seven. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Glad to see y'all here. Um, yeah, yeah. People believe TV, movies, and celebrities. Unfortunately, Dolby. Yeah, yeah, and and they don't ask questions. They don't look at the deeper messages in a movie. Not necessarily. Not that's not always a bad thing. I mean, sometimes you want the entertainment just to be entertainment. You don't want to ruin every movie by ripping it apart. But it did strike me with that movie Tron Ares. I've never really seen a movie like that before where AI was the main good guy. You know what I mean? Wayne Beatty, what's up? Good afternoon, Wayne. Glad to see you here. Mostly Gen Xers, Keith. So, and then on top of that, on top of the whole AI thing, we've got this deal with these corporations, building these huge data centers to support AI, and it's that is costing us a lot of money. They're gonna it's raising the prices of our electric bills, just like the corporations buying up our land raise the prices of our housing, and that overall um, is just another way that corporations screw common people. Now there are many ways. Ezekiel, what's up? How's it going, Mike? My boy Mike, how's it going, Mike Fleisner? Oh, okay. They ruined the movie. Oh, yeah. If it was a book, yeah, yeah. They almost always destroy the story when they make it into a movie. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Keith. Yeah, and I was thinking today, um, a lot of people, a lot of people, we've got the sayings, tax the rich, eat the rich, and all that shit, and uh, all this. And I was thinking, I've been giving that some thought. Why? Why is it? We're supposed to be the land of opportunity. where if you work hard, you get ahead. And what is the limit to your hard work? You know, is there one? Should there be one? Can you uh, can anyone say that you know that you have too much? Okay, uh, that's questionable. There can be a debate there. Okay, um, but the problem I have with the rich and the elite and all this shit is that they can get rich enough to get up on the second tier of the justice system. Okay, and then they're not subject to the same laws we are. Now they're people just like we are. You shouldn't be able to get rich enough to get separate rules for you, right? You shouldn't be able to get rich enough to have more weight in the political conversation. That what you know, I don't. The guy living under the bridge and Bill Gates, they're both human beings, and they have the same right to justice and representation as everyone else. They're equal in those respects. Yeah, Bill Gates supposedly worked hard, and yeah, he deserves to have a yacht and caviar and all that. Okay, fine. But in my mind, he does not deserve to be on another justice tier than we are. He does not deserve to have more political clout than we do. He shouldn't be able to lobby congressmen and you know and manipulate our system with finances. That should be an even playing field. Now, you know, buying a Ferrari or something. No, not everybody deserves to have a Ferrari. You know, so you got to work hard for that shit. But justice, yeah, everyone deserves the same fair justice. Savage Lee, what's up? Savage Lee, glad to see you here, man. And that's my personal opinion. I believe that everyone should fall under the same justice system. I don't believe that the rich should be able to get away with shit because they have money. I don't believe that, you know, the poor should have to face stiffer consequences because they don't have money. I don't believe that the poor should be underrepresented in our political system because they don't have enough money to bribe congressmen. That's dog shit in my opinion. 10 years of hard times, Arnis, and that's at best. Hardwire, what's up, Hardwire? I hope y'all have gone over there and checked out Hardwire's channel over there. Hitting it with Hardwire, I think. Yeah, RR. Justice should be blind, but not blind to itself. Yeah, and that's a very um, simple, basic concept. I mean, you know, Lady Justice with the blindfold on. You know, we've all seen that. We've all grown up seeing that, and that justice is supposed to be blind. Blind to, you know, what kind of car you drive, what color your skin is. None of that shit should matter at all in the slightest, but it does. And we all know it. And we all know it's wrong, but it just continues on and on and on. Yeah, Dolby. Yeah, I've heard that because he was over there uh, giving those shots. Yeah, he said it right there. Stick it right in their arm and see what happens. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Hardwire. Me as a biker gets the same justice as Elon Musk. Yeah, then you are living on Mars. You got to Mars before Elon Musk even left the planet. You're already on Mars if you believe that shit. Yeah, Hardwire. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's kind of, you know, that's the situation we're in where we all know it's wrong. It's broken to the point of being disgusting. But what are our options, right? 1776. or just keep taking it. And nobody wants to you know uh, go charging off and half cocked and start some shit. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to do that. Yeah, yeah. That's why, Keith. Yeah, I believe so. A lot of us are just waiting for the shit to hit the fan and have Mother Nature do the reset. Yeah. Robert, what's up? Yeehaw, yippee ki yay. Yeah. What's up, Robert? Yeah, right into the vein, Felix. What's up, Felix? Glad to see you here. Yeah, right into the vein. That's what he said. Yeah, right into the vein, and we just see what happens. We just see what happens. And that is the kind of shit, you expect to hear from Jack the Ripper, Dr. Frankenstein, Jeffrey Dahmer, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That honestly, that's the kind of shit you hear in movies, from characters like that, not from one of the richest people on the planet in a talk show or interview. There's something wrong with that dude. I mean, seriously, honestly, wrong with that dude to even think that shit, doing that shit to little kids, let alone actually going out and doing it and funding it. There's something wrong with that damn guy. Good, Pete. Good, Keith. I'm glad you never took it, dude. Yeah, yeah, Robert. That's kind of where I'm at. We ride out the storm, see what happens, and rebuild from there. Yeah, Benjamin Franklin knows, Felix. Yeah. Yeah, trust the science, RR. Yeah, that's uh, the new mantra, that they like to say. We're supposed to trust the science, right? And who the hell is going to do that? Sheep, NPCs are going to trust the science, and that's why I say before, I've said before that science is becoming like a religion. It's not just science like it's supposed to be, like the Greeks, that idea that came from Greek philosophy and stuff to question and analyze everything, to question. That is science. That's how you learn things, by asking questions. And when they say that, oh no, now you can't question it, all of a sudden you can't question it. And the big thing there is that, in my opinion, it's just a huge red flag, an obvious huge red flag is that you can't sue the pharmaceutical company. It's illegal. You can't do it. Not in the United States. You can't sue them. They kill everybody. You can't sue them. They can kill everybody. No judge will allow you to just throw it out of court. You won't even get to process your paperwork and begin the lawsuit. It's impossible. It won't go through. They won't do it. So if you need that kind of protection, the only reason you need that kind of protection is because you expect to be sued a hell of a lot because you're hurting people. That's enough evidence for me. You know what I mean? Enough evidence for me. Yeah. Yeah, hardwire. Yeah. If you lose, you're a traitor. And that's the thing. That's the way it always is. If you win, you're a hero. If you lose, you're a traitor. So, yeah. Um, Yeah, that's the way it's always been. That's the way it was in 1776. That's the way it was. It's been in every revolution since the dawn of time, the French Revolution, all of them. So, yeah. And then, you know, uh, then if you do it that way, who's to say that the next bunch of people you put up there don't do the same damn thing? You know what I mean? They'll be just as corrupt and shitbag as these. So pop up guns versus tanks. Yeah, arming the bumper crowd, the bunker crowd. Yeah, yeah, bazookas and missiles versus 12 gauges and 9 millimeters. Yeah, now they just have drones, so they just drone your ass. It's not even you're not even fighting other people. You're just fighting drones. They just throwing more hardware at you. They don't even need to risk anyone. Yeah, yeah, Keith. Yep, exactly. Non-medically schooled man has to explain microns with educated medical asshats. Yeah, yeah. That's the thing about education now. People think because they're educated that automatically makes them smart. So what they know is the truth because they're educated, not because it's true, not because they researched it and found it to be true, just because they're educated. That that automatically makes it logical and it gives it weight just because of their education. And that is a weird place to be, as a society where a lot of stupid people have degrees and think they're smart, and think you know, they're educating people and think they're making good decisions and shit, and they don't know their ass from a hole in the ground. It's crazy. Scientology. Yeah. Yeah, what could go wrong? The cult of science. Yeah, Dolby. Oh, okay. Yeah, RR. Yeah, I think quite a few people either quit or got fired, one or the other. Yeah, Felix. Yeah. Science has the luxury of constantly evolving. And it's true. I mean, and that is necessary. They're constantly learning new things. So, and that's the nature of the beast. But on the flip side of that, you can't, if you say science, if you question science and say, well, they might be wrong here, the the educated crowd will shut you down right there. No, they are not wrong. They are 100% correct. You're uneducated. You know what I mean? But I thought science learns more as we go along, so they learn that they're wrong. And this shit that they're saying now doesn't seem right. To question this is how we learn it. That's part of the progression of science. But they get their feet stuck in the concrete, and no, no, you know, and that's more like religion, you know. Oh yeah, but they can sue gun manufacturers for crazy kids shooting people. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. And I want to sue McDonald's for making me fat. Yeah, hardwire exactly. Yeah. Um, it's just, if you get the right people in there and you pay the right people, you can not get sued. And that's the thing with these companies like Google and Facebook, these YouTube here. Uh, they're playing both sides of the fence. You can't sue them, all right, and you cannot sue Google for anything that I say, all right. That's how it is. You can't. They are protected under a law. I don't know which one it is, but they're protected under a law, being that they're like a public posting place, right? Like a public board. So uh, they're protected under that law. Now, under that description, though, is non censorship. They're not supposed to censor what anyone says if they're going to be protected by that law. They're playing both sides there. They censor you if you say the wrong shit, but they're also protected, so they can't be sued. So that's scumbag shit there too. You get one or the other. You don't get both. Well, they do get both, but you're supposed to get one or the other. You either censor me and then, you're allowed to be sued, or you let everybody say whatever they want and then you don't get sued. But that's that kind of shit. They want to be free from lawsuit and have the freedom to do their dirty shit. Yeah, the victors write history, Dolby. You're right. Yeah, avoid imperial entanglements at all cost. Yeah, don't show up to court for shit unless you absolutely have to. Yeah, try to stay out of that shit. Yeah, educated swaps very nicely with indoctrinated, Dolby. Yeah, good. Well said, dude. Yeah, well said. Yeah, yeah, just educated enough to push the light on the red button at the designated time. Rusty dude, what's up? What's up, Rusty? Straight out of Canada. Gordo Stan, what's up, Gordo? Glad to see you here. Yeah, never let your schooling get in the way of your education, Gordo. That's another one. Well said, dude. Yeah, Bucky. Yeah, they actually taught that only higher education can teach critical thought. Yeah, dude. Bucky. Yeah, excellent point there. And that's what they have a lot of people believing, that's the only. But they filter out all the critical thinkers and advance the robots, the NPCs, right? By the time you get up there, you're walking in line and you're memorizing whatever facts they give you, and you're able to answer check the right boxes on their little paper and shit, and get a plus plus, get a gold star. But you haven't thought an original thought or questioned the system at all. Oh yeah, quality learning centers are so important, Arnis. Um, yeah, that's where real science is taught, Arnis, at the Leering centers. Yeah, no, you can't shut down the Leering centers, Felix. That's commie talk, Felix. Come on, we can't shut down all those important Leering centers. Where are we gonna where what are we gonna do with all this taxpayer money if we shut down the Leering centers, Felix? That's just ridiculous. It's just going to sit there and go to waste if we shut down all the Leering centers. Yeah. New idea trying to get support from an establishment. Yeah, Robert. Diplomatic immunity, RR. Yeah, exactly. AF, what's up? The Live Laugh Lear Center is shut down. AF. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Gordo. Yeah, that it sounds like she had sense, dude. Yeah. Sounds like she was awake, went into there. Sounds like you did a good job as a father, dude. Um, but yeah, that does not surprise me. A year of lessons about race and gender diversity. Yeah, dude, that's the shit they're teaching. What do we? That's what they're teaching. Looking for a new one? Yeah, there's got to be good ones out there, dude. Don't you think? There's got to be some good ones out there. Yeah, Robert. Yeah, they've transformed into something like a utility. And the monopoly thing, right? I mean, Google is a straight up monopoly. I mean, there's never been a bigger one or a worse, a more a more it's just the epitome of a monopoly. I mean, you can't get more monopolistic than Google. I mean, straight up, they own it all. Oh, okay, AF. Thanks for hanging out, checking us out. I appreciate it. Christopher, what's up, Christopher? Yeah. Yeah, Robert. Yeah. They're operating in a First Amendment environment. They should be subject to it. Yeah, they're not subject to those laws. Yeah. So, and that's an argument. You know, they're not subject to those laws. They're a private thing. You go on there and you post, and they get to decide what's said on their channel. Okay, fair. But they get to get sued then. What? Why? How does that make them exempt from being sued? If somebody says something egregious on their channel, if someone calls for violence on their channel and someone is hurt, then they should get sued. At least be open to it. It should be allowed. If they're allowed to censor their content. If they're not allowed to censor their content, then you can't sue them. You don't get both. You don't get your cake and eat it too, right? I don't get to sit home and still get paid for going to work. That's my point. Yeah, if they want to censor shit, fine, censor it. It's their channel. They built it. They go ahead, censor your ass off, censor away. But that opens you up for to be sued. You don't get protected by the law if you're censoring. That's where I have a problem with it. Critical thinking is kin to common sense. Yeah. Okay. You have to take too many classes not in part of what you want to learn. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Keith, I know what you're talking about, dude. Big country, what's up, old man? Glad to see y'all here. Scranton Test, remember making Christmas or tree designs on those things. Yeah. Underground, we are blessed. We are blessed with the electronic presence of underground. Thank you, underground. Yeah, that is just awesome. You made our evening, dude. Or curse us, depending on how you look at it. All right, we're gonna go with blessed, dude. We're gonna go with blessed. Yeah, your critical speaking underground. All right, Sarge. Thanks for listening in, buddy. I appreciate it. Yeah, but and that's the way we see the world today, right? Uh, it's all the big money, the big corporations, the big, big government, big everything, and it's everybody else. But with their divisive tactics, right? They've got all divided up like a damn like chips at a poker table, right? They were all divided up, and we're all fighting against each other, pissed off at somebody else for believing something we don't believe, or questioning something that we do believe. You know, how can I be happy if Bucky thinks that the earth is flat? That just makes me mad. That offends me that Bucky thinks the earth is flat. Like he should be in prison. He should be, he should be locked up, kept away from decent society. I can't believe they're letting him walk around talking that shit. And that's the way most people are. You know, they can't entertain the fact that somebody else might just have a different idea than them. Somebody else might just believe something else. Somebody else might have actually given that concept some thought and didn't just absorb information that somebody else told them and take it as fact. They should not be immune from the mechanical effects of defamation or slander lawsuit if they have facilitated it. Yeah. Okay, Robert. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Underground, the money forces rules on us, but can get away with breaking every rule they force on us. But if we break the rules, we pay. And that's exactly what I started out the show talking about with they're on a two-tier system. If you get enough money accumulated, well, you get to jump up to the next tier of justice, and all those laws, those petty laws for the petty commoners, they don't apply to you anymore. You want to fly out to an island and do some weird shit with some kids? Oh, yeah, cool. The entire United States government will throw all of their might to protecting you. Yeah, no problem. And yeah, that's the world we live in. Now, if you steal a pack of bubble gum because just for whatever reason, you're gonna be in jail for it. You know what I mean? You think the earth is flat, Savage? Yeah, now I'm mad, dude. Now I'm mad. Savage. Savage said the earth is flat. He offended me. That hurt me to my heart. I think my heart is flat now. Damn, Savage flattened my heart. No, dude, I've talked to flat earthers quite a bit, honestly, Savage, and I've never had a bad conversation with a flat earther. Uh, that people believe it's flat. There are other people that believe it's spherical. What the hell? We want to grab our spears and go to war over it? You know what I'm saying? And a fight to the death, fight in gladiator arena to prove whether the earth is flat or spherical. You know, honestly, the only way for me to prove it to myself is to fly up outside the atmosphere and look down at that bitch. And if it's spinning like a plate, hey, it's flat. I saw it with my own eyes, you know. But I just lean pretty heavily toward the side of spherical Earth. You think the Earth is flat too, underground? Oh, fat. Okay. Raziel, what's up? Oh, you're fresh out of surgery, dude? Damn. All right. Glad you made it, dude. But on two counts, glad you made it out of surgery and you made it to the show, dude. Glad you could join us in every sense of the word. Oh, Oliver. Yeah, sad state of affairs, RR. Yeah, but I mean, honestly, everyone, all of us should be able to discuss our different ideas and, and not get insulting or insulted or any of that shit. Y'all can say literally anything you want to me about anything I believe. I'm the biggest fool on the planet because I think the planet is spherical. Okay, that's your opinion. That's your opinion. That's, because you said that, my IQ score didn't lower. You know what I'm saying? You didn't harm me in any way. Literally, no way at all. So that kind of shit, I don't get it. I really don't. I don't get the whole um, the whole anger and beef over ideas. Who gives a shit? I just don't care enough. You know what I mean? A matter of fact, I like it. I like the fact that Wayne Beatty might believe some different shit than me. That way we can talk about it, and discuss it and talk, from different sides of the story. If everybody believed the same shit, then it's now you're in an echo chamber and it's boring. I don't want to keep hearing the same shit over and over again. You know, if everybody on the planet was, an Ozzy Osbourne fan and all they wanted to talk about was how great Ozzy was, you get bored hearing about how great Ozzy was. You want to hear, about how great Michael Jackson or Madonna or somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Just for some change. So, yeah. Yeah, we lived through the Cold War and the boomers. Yeah, Wayne, yeah, we'll survive. Yeah, uh, whatever they got planned for us. Yeah, damned if you're right and damned if you're wrong, Ezekiel. True. Melody, what's up, Melody? Nah, we're just talking about uh, science and education now, and how the how the super rich are on another level of justice. They have more impact on our political system, you know. And the thing about it is that they're just people. Maybe they worked hard or whatever, however they got their money, right? Neither here nor there. They have it. So yeah, an argument can be made that they deserve 3 yachts and two mansions or 5 mansions or whatever. But do they deserve to be on a separate level than us, as when it comes to justice, when it comes to politics, when it comes to these kind of things? Are they on another level? Are they that much better than me? To where if we both of us, me and Bill Gates, go into the same place and break the exact same law, I do 10 years and he walks off scot free because he could afford a $10 million lawyer. Is that fair? Is that right? Uh, an argument can be made that, yeah, he deserves his Ferrari or whatever the hell he drives around, and I deserve my bucket ass uh, Chevy van. But no, I believe that we both deserve the same tier of justice. I believe that we both deserve the same influence on politics. One person shouldn't be able to bribe politicians because they have more money. It's just not right. We all should have the same say in politics. We all should have um, the same opportunity when we face a judge. We shouldn't be on different tiers when it comes to these types of issues. With the Lacucci State Park, last hurricane did. Okay, all right, Christopher. Yeah, old man. Yeah, AF, he's here. Oh, okay, all right, Christopher. Oh, you're old Gen X and she's young Gen X. Yeah, yeah, Raziel, it's not flat. Oh, okay. All right, Savage. Yeah. No, that's a good point. The angle of the sunshine through the clouds, much closer than 93 million miles away. Yeah. Yeah, could very well be. Yeah, I actually flew to Korea in 91 and then back home. But, we went around and followed the sun around, and it was the same time, the whole time we were going, because we were following the sun, so the time didn't change. And we actually we gained a little time. We were traveling faster than the rotation of the Earth, and we got there an hour before we left. So yeah, Yeah, that just couldn't happen if it was flat. That's why just personal experience. Now they could have faked that somehow. The CIA could have, could have given me a drug or something, and the whole thing was fake. I don't know, but yeah, just in my part, what I've experienced personally, I've got to lean toward turd. I've got to lean toward spherical Earth. Shannon, what's up? Glad to see you here, Shannon. How does chemistry work after 50? Mangrove, there he is. Mangrove, my people. What's up, dude? Glad to see you here, man. Oh, yeah. Yeah, twisted transistor, dude. Yeah, Christopher. The world ain't fair. It'll eat you if you let it. You damn right, dude. Yeah. Yeah, there was, I don't know. I have no idea what the hell was going on. Maybe nobody went out to that island. You know, maybe the Epstein Island was just, maybe it doesn't even exist. I don't know. Oh, okay. Some giant oxycontin. Yeah, you'll be the envy of a lot of people there, Raziel. No, he takes the trash out, Melody. That's good. I gotta take the trash out here at my house. Oh yeah, that would suck. Yeah, I agree. AF. It turns out it was flat. Yeah, yeah, and we didn't go out and explore all that cool shit. Yeah, a missed opportunity. AF. I agree. Yeah, cats would have knocked everything off of it by now. Yeah, Mike. Needs to give you some drugs. The CIA, Ross. Yeah, I wish our FBI agent would break us off, dude. I wonder if the FBI would FedEx that shit. Wheel Gauge, what's up? Glad to see you here, Wheel Gauge. Gonna canoe around the islands and to CIA theater, Mike. Yeah, NASA bases. NASA bases the speed of their rockets on flat Earth. Ezekiel. Okay, I've never heard that before. Oh, okay. It proves the Earth is a ball. Psalm 103:12. As far as the east is from the west, so far does he remove our transgressions. Yeah. So basically infinity. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, yeah, it's just fun to talk about. But yeah, that's how, when it gets down to the nitty gritty underground, that's where I'm at. I don't own a spaceship, so I don't know. I don't know. I just lean a certain way, and it's fun to talk about. You know what I mean? And I like giving, my cool flat earthers some shit once in a while, talking about the plate. Yeah, yeah. But but it's fun to talk about these things where we, it brought up the flat Earth thing, and no, not throwing salt on the flat Earth thing. I don't care. I don't want to take away. Honestly, I don't want to convince somebody. I don't want to be the one to convince somebody that the Earth is a ball when they think it's flat. I don't want to do that. Why? because they need to think about that shit themselves and come up with a logical, common sense conclusion for themselves, whether it's flat or earth, whatever your ball, whatever they come up with, as long as they come up with it on their own and do their own research and give it real thought. That's what, and then we can talk about it. You know what I mean? I don't want to take that fun away from them by sitting there and tying them to a chair and showing them sketches and shit and making them believe that the earth is round. I don't, or spherical. I don't want to do that to anybody. I don't want to take away their fun. It's a conspiracy theory. If you want to call it that, but it's cool. It's a hobby. It's fun. I think the earth is flat. I like digging up evidence that the earth is flat. That's my thing. I don't want to take that away from somebody. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a shit what somebody else believes, but I have fun talking about it. I have fun talking about it with flat earthers. It's a cool concept to me. Maybe the earth is flat. Shit, I don't know. It's fun though. But personally, I find joy in it talking to people. Most people are flat assers. All right, Bucky. All right, be cool, buddy. Thanks for hanging out for a while. You don't believe it's flat, Melody? The Bermuda Triangle fell off the flat Earth? Oh no, the planes and boats and stuff flew off the flat Earth. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that makes sense, Gordo. Yeah, the ATF would be the ultimate convenience store. Yeah, it's winter, Christopher. Well, sorta. I'm in Florida. 80, 85 damn degrees today. That sucks, dude, in January. Explain the eclipse. Yeah. Oh, Shannon, yeah, that's already been explained. It's turtles all the way down. That's what's on the other side of the flat Earth. It's turtles all the way down. Yeah. Have you ever heard that one, Shannon? The thing was because I think it was a Native American uh, mythology or something, and they said that the world is resting on the back of a turtle, and then somebody asked him, "Well, what's under that turtle?" And he said, "Well, it's just turtles all the way down." A Native American or South American or something like that. Oh, Oliver, yeah, Norway. And the northern lights and they move with the rotation of the earth. Yeah, that's another thing that difficult to explain away is the the North Pole, how it's dark for 6 months out of the year, because the earth tilts away from the sun. So that's we're on the back of a giant turtle. Yeah, Felix. Yeah, yeah, Melody. That's one thing that people find hard to do is to reprogram a lifetime of way of thinking. Yeah, that's not an easy thing to do. It's possible though. It is possible. Yeah. Yeah, be space pirates, Robert. You damn right, dude. I'm down with that. Yeah. Get us a pirate ship, Robert. I'll meet you on the coast, the beach of Florida here. We'll sail right off the edge and be space pirates. Yeah, dude. I'm with you. Yeah, we have to go by and pick up Wayne and Tripwire Vintage. Vintage hasn't been on here in a while. Y'all, some of you newer subscribers might not know Vintage, but he's a member and a subscriber, been part of Gen X things for a long time. He just hasn't been around for the last couple months. He's still out there though. Pretty sure he watches. Oh yeah, 60 degrees. See, that's what I like, Jeff. It is 60 degrees, low to mid 60s during the day. That's perfect for me, dude. Yeah. Yeah. And that's another thing that I ask myself about. That's a question I have about the whole flat earth thing, Roz, is why would they hide it? What's the point? They could literally come out and say, okay, we've been lying this whole time. The earth is flat. And I'd be like, okay, I got to go to work. You know what I mean? Oh, we talk about it or whatever amongst ourselves and shit. Oh, the earth is flat. Did you hear? The earth is flat. We'd have a whole episode and that's all we talk about is how we've been bamboozled the whole time and shit. But no, we're not gonna storm the White House and shit because the earth is flat. We're gonna go to work. Okay, it's flat, I guess. You know what I mean? The whole thing would shift and there would be spherical earthers would be the conspiracy theorists, right? Yeah. Yeah, all the turtles on the empty side. Yeah. Yeah, the empty side. The plate is sitting on the back of a turtle, Shannon. And then that turtle sitting on another turtle, and it's just turtles all the way down. Yep. Yeah, the reflecting of the light to make rainbows, the angle of the sun through the clouds. Okay. Yeah, I have too, Savage. I love physics. As a matter of fact, I love physics. That fascinates me. Yeah. Yeah, we can't go up into outer space. The only ones who know the truth are the astronauts, the ones who have literally been up there. That's if that's true that people have been up there. You know what I'm saying? If they haven't, if that's all a lie, which I don't know, it could be, if that whole thing is a lie and made up, then nobody knows. But the only ones who really know are the astronauts who have been in outer space and looked down at it. So those are the only ones who actually know. Cash Man, what's up, dude? Oh, okay. All right. Well, appreciate it, man. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it does make more sense when looking at a picture that's stretched out on the ice shelf on the edges. Yeah. Debate vegans a lot for fun. Yeah. Oh, he was gonna teach all lions to not eat meat. Oh yeah, dude. That kind of shit's crazy. A land pirate underground. Yeah. They're shaped like a cube, Raziel. Yeah. Bandits. Robert. No, they're land pirates. We're gonna change it. I like land pirates. Yeah. Yeah, that does sound more gangster underground. If they can change, they can change all our language around with all this dumb shit they're saying. We can change shit to be cool, to be awesome. Oh yeah, we're land pirates. After the apocalypse, I'm definitely going to be a land pirate. And whoa to anyone who tried to call me a bandit. Yeah. Metal Gear, what's up, dude? Metal Gear in the house, everyone. Yeah, just adjusted our math and kept on working. I mean, what the hell are we going to do, Raziel? If they say the Earth is flat, if they come out and tell, yeah, we've been lying, but the Earth is flat, but we still not going to tell you what's in Area 51. You know what I mean? We're still not unredacting any of the Epstein files, but the Earth is flat. We just be like, okay, whatever. Y'all are stupid. That's what it is. Y'all are retarded, and I got to go to work with your dumb asses. Yeah, I would think if honestly, if they did that, if they come out and told us the Earth was flat, I would think they're lying. That it was some kind of psyop. I bet. That's what I would believe. Yeah, I don't really care. I mean, it wouldn't change anything. It could be, a Rubik's cube or a dinosaur or whatever. I don't care what shape it's in. But yeah, it's fun to talk about it though. I like talking about it or any conspiracy theory for that matter, not just flat Earth. Any conspiracy theory I like talking about, whether I believe them or not. You want to try to convince me that Bigfoot exists and he ate dinner at your house last night? Yeah, I want to talk about it. I want to hear about it. What show me some evidence. You got some footage of him or what? You got a bruise on your leg where he bumped into you or something. Yeah, show me, dude. I want to hear that shit. We're no rocket scientists per se, Metal Gear. Cut off my left side. I'm all right now. Yeah, Felix. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, I had kids bouncing off the walls at the hair salon. Yeah. Puddle pirate, Christopher. What would vegans taste like? I don't know, Metal Gear. Pork. Long pork. But yeah. Well, I kind of, that's one place I disagree, Savage, is because I 100% know I'm a spiritual being. Yeah. Yeah. So maybe we are, maybe you're right. Maybe that is it. And maybe I'm just outside that and I've escaped that somehow, escaped that propaganda. Maybe, you know. You could still be right. Just for myself, I don't. That propaganda hasn't had any effect on me. I'm becoming more spiritual as I go along. You know, everlasting gobstopper. Yeah, underground. I still remember that movie. I love that. The first one, uh, yeah, I love that movie. I love the book too. We're going back to the moon in 2 months, Felix. Used plastic tampon insert in her. Oh, AF. Yeah, that's a random ass story there. Holy gross. Gag me with a spoon, AF. Come on now. That's grody to the max. Oh man, yeah. That is an awesome story, but yeah, that that's pretty hardcore, AF. Yeah. It's awesome though. I gotta give that to you. Uh, I will probably repeat that, but that is disgusting. Yeah. Oh yeah, Raziel. Have you seen that movie, Stardust, where that douchebag is flying around in an airship catching lightning in a bottle and stuff? That's a pretty damn cool movie. But yeah, that's the kind of ship I'd want, a steampunk ass airship. Yeah, dude. You're lovable, Christopher. Yeah, dude. It's a flat ball. Wheel gauge. Wheel gauge wrapped it. He solved it all. Wheel gauge. Yeah. He solved it all. All debates are over. It's a flat ball. There we go. End of discussion. Yeah, pretty awesome, wheel gauge. That's pretty damn succinct way to sum it up. No wonder they get addicted to that opioid nonsense, Roz. That's bullshit, Oliver. Nasal has never sent anyone to the moon. What did they sneeze their way up there like in the cartoons when they sneeze and they? No, I know you meant NASA, dude. I'm just messing with you. Your autocorrect got you. But yeah, that's pretty funny, dude. Nasal sends people to the moon. Yeah, Fleet of Land Pirates, a modern biker gang, Robert. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Everything living on the earth is not flat, so it makes sense. Oh, no sense that the earth is flat. Yeah. Dead Wolf, about time, dude. It's been a while, Dead Wolf. Where you been, man? Glad to see you here, buddy. Yeah, glad you made it, man. Yeah, what kind of shit is up for debate? Yeah, AF. Yeah, astronauts have seen some shit up there. Ecstasy for a surgery. Yeah. Oh, I love you, Doc. I love you. uh, no shit, you couldn't feel your ankle pain after taking the ecstasy? All right, that's pretty damn cool. Scissoring with the runs. Holy shit. Oh, damn. Damn, Felix, that's pretty hardcore, dude. Yeah, the SR-71, Robert. I actually went to Stinger missile training when I was in the Army. And yeah, I liked the SR-71 too. But we asked them how fast the Stinger missile went, and they said that's classified. We can't tell you. But the SR-71 Blackbird was the only plane in the world. This is in 1991. The only plane in the world that can outrun it. So you shoot a Stinger missile at an SR-71, and it just leaves the sumbitch behind. You know what I mean? That's a fast bird. Not interested in sideshows? Yeah, Robert. Ketamine, Ross. I've heard good things about ketamine. I've never tried that. Yeah, inner. No, everlasting gobstopper, Keith. I think that's what you're talking about when I said everlasting gobstopper. Is Pluto a planet or a dwarf? By what I understand, um, the definition of a planet and what Pluto is, it's a dwarf. It's not a true planet. Now they told us it was a planet for a long time, but again, that's back to science learning stuff. And the main reason that Pluto is not a planet is because it has not cleared out the area around it. You know what I mean? There's other big chunks of shit around it. That's the main reason it's not a planet. Because you look at every other planet, it's all the area around it is clear because it clears the shit out with its gravity and draws shit to it. Pluto's not big enough, so that's why they call it a dwarf. Yeah, that Robert. Yeah, that's the reason because it hasn't cleared the area around it. That was the final straw. Every other planet in the solar system it has cleared out all its path all the way around it. Pluto travels around the sun with other chunks of shit around it. You know what I mean? And the other planets don't. They are clear because they've cleared their area. Yeah. Yeah, big country, yeah, exactly. Flat or round, we only have one, and we got to ride on it. Yeah, it's not like oh this, and I'm not riding on a flat Earth. Let's go to the round one. You know what I mean? Or let's go to the octagon one or whatever. Yeah, we. It's not like it would change anything. You know, that's like the whole alien thing to me. What if what if the government come out and said, "Hey, yeah, those lights are aliens. We've been trying to figure out what kind of aliens for the last 50 years. We don't know, but they're aliens." Yeah. What would people do? You know, what, mass suicides or something? I don't know. What do they expect? So if they're keeping that a secret, I don't know what the hell for. They could tell everybody. Nobody would give. I mean, people would care, but not on such a deep level that it would, that we'd all take to the streets and shit. Oh, there's aliens. You know what I mean? Some people would. Don't get me wrong, but people take to the streets over all kinds of dumb shit. So it wouldn't really change most people's. Yeah, Dead Wolf SR-71 outran missiles. That it couldn't even they couldn't even mount weapons on it because it would fire bullets or missiles and then fly into them. Yeah, that's why they used it as a reconnaissance plane. From what I understand, it was so fast they could not mount they couldn't mount weapons on it because it would just fly into its own armament. You know what I mean? Its own projectiles. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, 70% cheaper. Yeah, underground. Yeah, just fixing the old door. Yep. And you're absolutely right. Most of the time it don't fit and you got to do all kinds of modifications to get the new door in. Yeah, it takes longer and costs more money. You're right. World of pure imagination, RR. Hell yeah, dude. Driving your truck too fast tomorrow, Dead Wolf. Yeah, other dwarf planets out there, Christopher. Okay. In the big clip, 8 of them. All right. Yeah. Yeah, Robert. Yeah. And the more they find out, and that's the thing. Here's another thing with science is that the further our technology goes, right, the more stuff, the more advanced our technology gets, the further we can look out. Um, at one point in time, they thought that the Milky Way was the whole universe. They thought it was the entire universe. It was in the 1930s when Hubble looked out there and saw that there were other galaxies out there. That the Milky Way wasn't the whole universe. It was all the way up until the 20th century. They thought the Milky Way was the entire universe. Then Hubble looked at that's who that the space telescope is named after is Hubble. He looked out there and said, "Hell, there's other galaxies out there." You know what I mean? And every jump in technology we have, the universe gets bigger and older. So there used to be, the universe was whatever 7 billion years old, and they could look out because they look out that far, and light for light to travel as far as they could look to Earth took 7 billion years. So that's how big the universe is. But then they invent new shit, and they can look out even further. And go, well, hell, the universe is twice as big and it's twice as old. And they say that the universe is this big and this old just by how far we can look. We have no idea how big the universe is or how old it is. All we know is how far we can look out there. That's the only thing we truly know. They have no idea. It could be infinitely bigger than 13 bill or older than 13 billion years, 13.7 or whatever they're at now, because that's as far as we can look out. You know what I mean? With this technology. And it just keeps getting bigger and older the better our telescopes are. Degrassi, yeah. You talking about Neil deGrasse Tyson, Keith? No, Boeing stealth fighter program. That's pretty cool. Underground. That's damn cool. Oh, they suck ass. Oh, all right. Does not surprise me. Yeah, a poster as of an FSR 71 as a kid, Gordo. Yeah, those SR 71, the Blackbirds are badass. My favorite though is the Warthog because I actually saw one of those in action when I was in basic training. Those planes are badass, dude. They'll be coming down like this, right? And they've got those 30 millimeter Vulcans. 30 millimeters is big, dude. I mean, big. It's a big round. And when you hear a machine gun, do 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 or like that, you know what I mean. You can detect each round. Do, 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 you know what I mean? Now with the Vulcan, you can't. They fire so fast. It's a zzz, you know what I mean? There's no individual little thing in there. They fire so fast. It's a smooth sound like a zzz. And these warthogs would come down, dude, and cut loose with them 30 millimeter Vulcans and stall in midair because of the recoil from the Vulcan. They come down zzz, and the plane would stop. You know what I'm saying? The pitch would stall in midair, zzz, and then zzz, zzz. Yeah, those things are badass, dude. I used to watch them when I was in basic training, doing their training or whatever. Yeah, that shit was awesome. So that's always been my favorite because I saw them in action in real life. Yeah, they're just badass. The big headed fraud. Yeah, I can't stand any fraud, dude. Any of that shit. And it seems like more and more of it's fraud now. 8,000 years old mangrove. Yeah, Metal Gear. There's going to be life on Mars should Earth perish. Yeah, uh, I have my own conspiracy theory about that in my head. I don't think we'll make it to Mars. I think shit'll go bad before then. I just don't think we'll make it. I don't think. Mm-mm. Just a hunch. Screaming in the Darkness, Stephen Hawking's warning, Robert. I don't think I've heard that one. Yeah, yeah, Gordo. Either one would be awesome to actually be in the cockpit and flying it. Yeah, yeah, Gordo. I agree. Improbability Drive, In the Heart of Gold, Life Having Been on Mars Previously. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we do get to Mars. But that's that. Y'all know my thing about time being cyclical. I think it collapses. I think it's collapsed many times in the past. I think it will collapse many times in the future. You know, I have a hunch that we won't make it to Mars, though. Okay. Just before I mentioned Warthog Gordo. Okay, yeah, you Blue Cobra Warthog plane underground. Yeah. Oh, all right. Yeah, yeah, Keith. Most beautiful sound in the air, dude. Yeah. Oh, the A-10 saved your ass in the Marines, Oliver. Oh yeah, it'd throw you back in the seat. Something fierce, Robert. Oh, I can't imagine, dude. Just the throttle, the G forces pushing you back in the seat. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, all right, Melody. All right. Okay, it's 9, so I gotta go, everybody. Um, Great conversation. Well, we talked about airplanes. We haven't talked about airplanes yet. That was a first. Talking about going to Mars, the moon. I like the ones where we start getting into scientific stuff a little bit, talking about science. I don't always want to get up here and hack on science. I actually love science. This shit's fascinating to me. How big is the universe? How old is it? Is Pluto a planet? All this cool shit. That shit is just cool to me. I love talking about it. I like reading about it, watching documentaries about it, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's just fascinating. So when we start getting into that kind of stuff, uh, I really enjoy it. Yeah, these are some of my favorite talks is when we start talking about science and different kind of stuff because a lot of y'all know stuff that I just haven't run across. I haven't heard. Vector thrust. I'm not sure what that is, Rob. What's up, Rob? How's it going, buddy? Vector thrust. I'm gonna have to look that up, dude. But so I want to say goodbye to everybody before I check out. Ezekiel, Melody, RR, Robert, Christopher, Jeff 7, Metal Gear, Wayne Beatty, Felix, uh, Electronic Music Underground. We were blessed with his presence today. Raziel, Shannon, Bucky, Rob 100, my boy Mike Fleisner, Dog Karma. Who else we got? Can't forget Gordo. Gordo had a lot of cool stuff to say today. Did I say Robert already? I may have already said Robert, but he deserves to. RR deserves two goodbyes as well. Raziel, did I say Roz already? See, now I've scrolled so far, I might be saying goodbye to people twice. Dead Wolf finally showed up. Thank you, Dead Wolf. Old Man and Big Country were both here. I appreciate y'all showing up as well. So thank y'all for coming by and hanging out with me. AF and her awesome story about the girl in the haircut salon went into the bathroom and shit. That was awesome. That was awesome. It was crucial, but it was awesome. Cashman woke up. Can't forget our boy Cashman. Jeff 7 was here. All right. We had quite a few people here today. And thank every one of you for showing up. Did I say Bucky? Bucky bailed on us, though. He went to sleep. Bucky can't hang. He's a lightweight, dudes. Yeah, Bucky's a lightweight. So, all right, everybody. Thank you for showing up and hanging out with me. The next show will be tomorrow morning. Tomorrow's Friday, right? Yep. Friday morning, 5 a.m. Eastern Time. Uh, then the next one after that will be Saturday. Okay. And then I'm probably going to do a members only show on Sunday morning. I'm probably going to make that a regular thing. Do just a show for members. I'm not going to take away one of my shows and make that members only. I'm just going to add. I'm going to take some of my personal time away and make a members only show just for members to talk and maybe talk about the future of genx things and what people would like to see. And I think that the members should have a voice in that. So I'm probably going to start doing a members only show at 6 a.m. on Sunday mornings. So I'll try to modify our schedule and to reflect that. All right. So all you members can check that out if you're awake or available at 6 a.m. on Sunday morning, starting this Sunday, okay? All right, everybody. Joe P. What's up, Joe P? Goodbye, Joe P. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. I appreciate your support. And Shannon's holding out for the spiel. And here you go. Just for you, Shannon. Here's the spiel. Goodbye, everybody. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, subscribe, and comment. If you'd like to support the channel by becoming a member, it's only $2.99 a month, and I'll put that link down in the description, or you can head over to the channel page and become a member that way. But I really appreciate all the support from the members out there. This is the members banner here, and I really appreciate these people. They support the channel directly through memberships, and it helps out a lot, so thank you very much to all the members. If you're interested in Gen X gear, we got some pretty cool stuff over there at Redbubble. Gen X things and Gen X branded stuff, t-shirts, coffee mugs, stickers, hoodies, all kinds of stuff. But I'll leave that link down in the description too for any of you who are interested. If you have any ideas for future episodes of Gen X Things, please put those down in the comments, or you can email us, and the email is genxthings@gmail.com. And as always, stay frosty, Gen X, and I'll see you on the next one.